Alright travellers, so this has been a pretty long time coming video, but I'm finally going to do a comparison between three of what I think are some of my favourite pants that I think are kind of really good all-round travel pants. So of course at the top I have probably the ones that I've been using the longest, and these are the Outlier Slim Dungarees. Very nice material, it's quite thick. It feels to me, out of all of them, the most kind of like jeans, in the sort of way that they feel quite durable and thick, and the way that they kind of span across a wider range of climates. So I've worn these with underlayers in quite cold weather, and for me in Thailand and warmer weather, I don't feel like it's too hot, but I have seen some people feel that it's not quite as breathable. So these are the Slim Dungarees. These are the ones that I've had for the longest amount of time. They don't have a zippered pocket, but they have the regular amount of pockets that jeans have. And the two-way stretch is noticeable. They are a little bit more restrictive than the diversion pants. And I noticed putting these ones on that they have a gusset too, so they are still more comfortable than other pants. The material though is one of my favorite things. It has like a slight gauziness, gauze-like feel, like a woven feel that does feel very durable and hard wearing. So out of all the three, these is probably my favorite material of them. But absolutely the waist on these is tighter than I remember, and obviously the size 30 no longer is quite as good a fit. The fit through the legs actually is still quite nice, but the waist is a bit tight now. But other than that, I think, yeah, these are probably one of my favorite of the three pairs of pants. The water resistance does tend to wear out, and these ones, although you can see it's still quite good, but there are patchy drops where it's soaking in more, and this area of the pants is where the water resistance tends to wear out quickest. But you see it still does a reasonably good job if you're just getting splashed in the rain or something, for example. So the next ones I have here are the Oliver's Apparel Passage Pants, and these ones are really nice as well. They have, I believe, the bottom two here have a four-way stretch, whereas the Outliers, this particular model, only has a two-way stretch. Previously I did a review on these. You can click the link in the top right. These are ones that they just recently sent me because the previous ones I reviewed were in a size 30, I think it was, and I had to size up a size because of COVID and everything. I put on a little bit more weight. But these ones are also in the dark navy colorway. And I think, yeah, these are quite nice overall. Something about the cup though, on the front panel doesn't quite work for me. I don't know what it is. This part under the fly seems like it's a bit long, whereas on the Slim Dungarees, I don't feel like it's a problem. Somehow, when you sit down or something, like the pants pull up a little bit. These are the Oliver's Apparel Passage Pants, and they also have a four-way stretch. It's not restricting, so it's similar in the stretchiness and comfort to the diversion pants. And they have a regular sized coin pocket. They don't have any zip or other features like the Western Rise pants, but they are overall a very nice, comfortable pair of pants. Now for the stretch test here, I'm not wearing a belt, but there is a little bit of room extra here. These are the size 32, and you can see the gusset here. It feels to me like this gusset is slightly lower, like it's pushed down a little bit more than both the Western Rise and the Outlier one, and somehow that makes me feel like it restricts it a little more than it does with the other pairs of pants. So in casual usage, overall I think these are really nice, and as I said, this is the dark navy color, so it looks just like a pair of nice dark wash jeans, and the style is quite nice. It's not too slim, and with a belt, this is overall a really nice pair of pants. And as with the other pairs of pants, these ones have a water resistant coating, Ooh, I guess it doesn't. I guess it doesn't have a water-resistant coating because the water just soaked right in. So that is something to keep in mind. So yeah, these are the Western Rise Diversion Pants, and they also have a 4-way stretch. The material is also thick, or it's kind of almost like a warm sort of material. To me, it doesn't feel quite as breathable as the Outlier Slim Dungarees, but it is still very stretchy, comfortable, and nice to wear. Now, Western Rise also do make the Evo pants, which I did a review on, and they do some other pants. But for me, the Evo pants feel more like a summer pant. They're more of a thin material. They're more akin to me to the Outlier Future Darts, which is like a slightly thinner material, like more better suited for the summer. But for me, these 3 pairs of pants are kind of more what I would take if I was trying to cover a wider range of weathers or climates. So this is what the Western Rise Diversion Pants look like. They have a 32-inch inseam, I believe, so it's a little bit longer than the other ones. These ones do, however, feel the most stretchy with their 4-way stretch. I don't feel any kind of restrictiveness, and the breathability is slightly less than the other 2, I believe. This one also does have a zippered pocket here and a much larger coin pocket, or what they call a text sleeve. And I don't particularly need to wear a belt with this one, whereas with the other 2 I do. So just to show you a little bit more of the stretchiness. They have a gusset here, which does help, and the gusset doesn't feel too restrictive. So that is quite good. These ones are really great. They feel very, they feel kind of hard wearing, like they will last a long time. The material, as I say, feels somewhat warmer or slightly thicker than the other 2. And the inner part has a slight sort of fluffiness, not like sweatpants, but it's like a softness, and that can kind of tend to feel like they're warmer than they probably actually are. As you can see, the water is running off, and the water resistance on this one is quite good. This area of the thighs tends to be where the water resistance wears out the quickest. So in this case, it actually is holding up very well. And you can see it basically is hard to get them wet in any kind of noticeable way. But you see here the water will soak in if you want it to. So obviously when you wash them, they will get washed. So be sure to let me know in a comment which of these you've thought fit best or look best. Or if you have a pair of pants you like, do let me know in the comments. And stay subscribed to keep up to date with future videos.